So, are you ready to start breathing One Piece again? Today, we're going to talk about that and dive into some theories about One Piece Chapter 1157 in our weekly predictions. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm here with more One Piece content after a tough week without a new chapter. But before we get into it, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any new videos. All right, let's get into it. Last week, we had a break from the One Piece manga, but this time, it wasn't Oda's break, it was the magazine's. And that can make things a little complicated. Here's the deal. Many fans, myself included, thought we might get some leaks this week since it was a magazine break. In the past, leaks sometimes come out during those weeks, but that didn't happen. My theory, and I want to make it clear, this is just a theory, not confirmed info, is that after chapter 1157, we'll have another break, but this time it will be Oda's. Why? Because for Oda, chapter 1157 is actually his second chapter in a row. He submitted them back to back, and then the magazine took its break. If leakers had revealed chapter 1157 early, we would have had 2 weeks off in a row, 15 days without a chapter. From what I've noticed, when that happens, they usually hold back on releasing leaks early. That's probably why we didn't get anything this time. It would feel frustrating for readers to have a chapter, then a break, then another chapter, then another break. Hopefully at the end of chapter 1157, we'll see that chapter 1158 is coming right away the next week, but we'll only know for sure on Monday. Now that we've cleared that up, it's time to start focusing on chapter 1157 itself. We'll probably get the first hints or reaction clues on Sunday, then the initial spoilers on Monday and Tuesday. Yes, it's time to breathe it all in. And as always, when we reach this point, here come my predictions. This one is tricky. Oda left things wide open. Chapter 1156 made predicting the next one even harder. I thought that after introducing the Rocks pirates, we'd go back to Harlod's story. But it looks like this flashback isn't just about Harlod or Loki. It's a flashback to the time right before the Great Pirate Era, the era of Rocks, Roger's crew, and as we saw last chapter, the Kuja Pirates. I believe Oda made it clear the Kuja Pirates will play an important role going forward. There's even a theory, and I don't think it's far-fetched, that the reason God Valley became such a massive battle, drawing both Rocks and Roger there, was because Shaki was kidnapped by the world government. That actually makes a lot of sense. Shaki was considered a global treasure at the time, a kind of superstar, so her kidnapping would be huge. That's why I wouldn't be surprised if the end of chapter 1157 marks the start of the Great God Valley incident, with the main action unfolding in chapter 1158. If Oda is taking a break after this chapter, we could be in for a major cliffhanger. My prediction is that this chapter will be all about setting the stage for God Valley, the build-up, the reasons, the tension, leading to the big event in the next chapter. Oda has been steadily setting up Roger's crew, Rock's crew, and the Kuja Pirates so that everything converges in that massive event. If that's the case, get ready for the hype to skyrocket. Whether Oda will show the God Valley events in full or just hint at them, we don't know. But judging from recent flashbacks, he hasn't been holding back. He's already introduced the entire Rock's crew, including Rock's D. Xebec himself, and given us details about that era. So here's my mini summary prediction. The chapter might start by bringing back Yamato's cover story, which some people don't love, but since the last cover hinted at a mysterious hero from Wano, it could be interesting if Oda expands on that. Then, we'll probably get more references to that era, maybe some events in Elbaf involving both Harlod and Loki. Still, like chapter 1156, I think chapter 1157 won't focus heavily on them. Instead, the spotlight will be on what was happening across the seas at the time. I'm sticking with the theory that Shaki will be kidnapped by the world government, possibly after Gloriosa joined the Rocks Pirates. Some believe Gloriosa joined after a Davy Back fight, but I think she went looking for Roger himself, knowing the Rocks and Roger crews often crossed paths. This could lead us to focus on events from 1 year before God Valley, and it's heavily theorized that the Rocks pirates and Roger pirates clashed exactly 1 year earlier, 39 years ago. It would be incredibly hype if Chapter 1157 ended with the beginning of that pre-God Valley battle. But no matter how Oda chooses to pace it, I'm convinced the focus will stay on the Roger pirates and the Rocks pirates. So what do you think? Drop your predictions in the comments. Let's start theorizing about this upcoming chapter. Remember, hints start this Sunday, stronger leaks on Monday, initial spoilers on Tuesday, full summary on Wednesday, and the full chapter scan on Thursday. And I wouldn't be shocked if a page from Chapter 1157 gets revealed during One Piece Day, which is happening today. I'll be covering the entire One Piece Day event and sharing all the big moments with you. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. Share your theories for Chapter 1157 in the comments so we can talk about them. Thanks for watching. See you next time.